Isaac Newton, father of calculus. About Isaac Newton. On Christmas Eve in 1642, the widow, Hannah Newton, gave birth to a son, Isaac, at her home in Woolsthorpe, England. Newton's own father had died 2 months before Newton's birth. One of the women who helped at the birth observed that he was so small that he could fit into a quart jar. No one thought that he would even live through that first night. But the boy did live. When he was nearly 3 years old, his mother married a clergyman, Barnabas Smith. Barnabas insisted that Isaac live with his grandmother and not with him and Isaac's mother. His mother was able to visit him regularly. At home on the farm, he spent time learning to draw and in observing the world around him. He attended a village school and learned to read. His stepfather allowed him to borrow books from his library. As a child, Isaac made models, including a working windmill. At the age of 12, he went to stay with the Ralph Clark family so that he could attend Grantham Grammar School. Mr. Clark was an apothecary who also gave Isaac access to the books in his library. Isaac formed a lifelong friendship with Mr. Clark's daughter, Catherine. After it became clear that Isaac would not make an effective farmer, Mr. Clark and Isaac's uncle James encouraged Isaac's mother to send Isaac to Trinity College, Cambridge. Because of the lack of financial resources, Isaac worked at various duties at the school, including serving meals to the faculty. A theological student, John Wickens, became his roommate and his best friend during these years. The mathematician, Dr. Isaac Barrows, recognized his talent and was supportive of his work. During the years 1665 to 1667, the bubonic plague swept through the country and Cambridge University was closed. Isaac went back to the family farm. During this time, he developed his theories regarding the nature of light, invented the calculus, and discovered the laws of gravity. When he returned to Cambridge, he earned a master's degree. Dr. Barrows resigned, giving up his chair of mathematics so that Isaac Newton could take his place. Later, Dr. Barrows became the head of the school. In 1668, Isaac Newton made a reflecting telescope. The 6-inch telescope provided a better image and magnification than the earlier 6-foot telescopes. Edmund Halley, Halleys Comet, encouraged Isaac to commit his discoveries to writing. This he did in his work called Principia. His discoveries about light were presented in his work entitled Optics. It's been said that Isaac Newton invented the pet door. Newton was the first person to be knighted for academic achievements. He was friends with Christopher Wren, Edmund Halley, John Locke, and Samuel Pepys. In 1696, he was made the Warden of the Royal Mint, and in 1703 he was elected President of the Royal Society. He held these positions for the rest of his life. The mystic William Blake painted this picture of Isaac Newton, drawing with a compass to uncover the mysteries of the universe. Newton died on March 20th, 1727, at the age of 85. He was buried in a plot in Westminster Abbey that had been reserved for royalty. His death mask is shown here, courtesy of the Royal Observatory in Scotland. Mortals, rejoice at so great an ornament to the human race. This is what is written on the memorial stone above the grave of his tomb in Westminster Abbey. Alexander Pope wrote the lines, "Nature and nature's laws lay hid in nights. God said, let Newton be, and all was light," to commemorate his life.